man, the one who's knowing it with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the U.P.K, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. U.P.K the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under YAHANNA, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from YAHANNA. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, rank and order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look.
Yeah. And One West shit, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, we gon' hold it down, man.
Do I want it? Of course. Super thick, of course. Long hair, of course. Sipping on that Taylor port. Make a nigga go to war. Baby, you got what I want. I can give you what you need. Bring that body next to me. Late night, poured on ice. Get you right, sip it lightly. She know what she want in life, but we ain't worried about that tonight. Pretty smile right up the night. Got the mood, feeling right. She keeps staring at a nigga like she wanna take a bite. I can't help but stare a lot. You pressure, baby. You know if you leave right now, baby, it's gon' drive me crazy. I put on that Jodeci. Now we're singing forever, my lady. You know that you are my favorite. You will always be my lady, be my baby. We can roll non-stop, bad bitch, drop top. Dancing in that drop top. It's a bad bitch rolling on the block. It's a bad bitch, don't call the cops. Pretty brown thing make a nigga stop. Out of state an hour later, got me spending all this paper. She got what I want and I got what she need. Baby, come ride with a nigga like me. One West nigga have her ready to please. 1 hour later, have her on her knees. Sound right, next day we catching flights. Had to make her my wife. Now you know it's us for life. life. Do I want it? Of course. Super thick, of course. Long hair, of course. Sipping on that Taylor port. Make a nigga go to war. Baby, you got what I want. I can give you what you need. Bring that body next to me. Baby, this ain't Moscato. Gotta go and brazy. This shit ain't no fantasy. Really got me wanting lately. I know that you want a nigga. I can see it in your face. Let me take you to my place. Girl, go ahead, give me a taste. Me a taste. Do I want it? Of course. Super thick, of course. Long hair, of course. Sipping on that Taylor port. Make a nigga go to war. Baby, you got what I want. I can give you what you need. Bring that body next to me. Show me what you with. Girl, you know that you the shit. Girl, the way you moving that body. Damn, that port done kick in. Bad bitch, she know how to throw it back. Bad bitch, she know how to make a stack. I know what we own tonight. Baby, I'm gon' do you right. I got what she want and she got what I need. On that port, no Hennessy. About to do some freaky things. I'm gon' be your stress relief. Baby, gon' give in to me. Took that honey, pack one flavor. Do you want it now or later? Now or later? Do I want it? Of course. Super thick, of course. Long hair, of course. Sipping on that Taylor port. Make a nigga go to war. Baby, you got what I want. I can give you what you need. Bring that body next to me. Baby, this ain't Moscato. Gotta go and brazy. This shit ain't no fantasy. Really got me wanting lately. I know that you want a nigga. I can see it in your face. Let me take you to my place. Girl, go ahead, give me a taste. Me a taste. Do I want it? Of course. Super thick, of course. Long hair, of course. Sipping on that Taylor port. Make a nigga go to war. Baby, you got what I want. I can give you what you need. Bring that body next to me. Baby, this ain't Moscato. Gotta go and brazy. This shit ain't no fantasy.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. It's Officer 500, not the shot of I.S.U.P.K, Alabama, man. I got some heavy hitters in the building with me today, man. You know what I'm saying? I got Officer 500 Disarm. I got Officer Picard in here. Officer 500 Picard in here with us, man. Get that brother in hand. You know what I'm saying? Got Officer 500 Disarm Martha here with me, man. Get that brother in hand. Yeah, I'm right, man. Listen, man, this is the first episode here, man. You know, this is the first episode of the One West Perspective, the podcast, man. You know what I mean? It's the podcast. We got a show coming out with under the same name, but this is the podcast right here. You understand? What you just heard was Officer Tazar song, man. You know what I mean? We had to promote the brother's song. You know what I mean? He got a couple of songs out here for y'all to listen to, man. See if I can take that down so y'all can see us. Yeah, man. Can you hear me, Tazar?
Come on, sir.
Yeah, I think they like
to be spitting that hot fire.
Spin that hot fire, man. Spin that hot fire, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right, man. So I had to definitely give an opportunity to get that brother some shine in here. You know what I'm saying? On the One West Perspective, the podcast, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sir. The water.
Yeah, right, man. First of all, I want to say Shalom, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shah Barak Thumb to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemala Thun by Shem, Yahweh Shah to all the sisters, man. Like I said, this is the first episode, man. This One West Perspective. And the reason we call it the One West Perspective is because on this episode and on this show, what we do is we take these issues that affect our people, issues that affect our community, blacks, Hispanics, and natives, and we give it a One West perspective for what is the problem and what is the real solution, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we know everybody going to church, or you going to your imam, or you going to your auntie, or you going to your grandmama looking for answers. But ain't nobody got the answers for these problems.
Right.
I can tell you who does, and that's Commander Junior YAHANNA in the I.S.U.P.K, man. You know what I'm saying? Commander Junior YAHANNA got the answers, man, and it allowed us to get into this One West perspective and get into this show right here, man. So most high Christ for that, man. You know what I mean? Man, how y'all brothers been, man? Everything going good, man? This is all my Officer Picard. How y'all been, man?
Everything's wild, man. Everything's wild, man. Just out here. Like we always say in the I.S.U.P.K, man, life is all about warfare. So,
Come. Damn right. Life is definitely about warfare, man. I had to find myself having to fight a war on that road from Birmingham to Nashville yesterday, man. I was definitely fighting going to camp yesterday, man. And, you know what I mean? Them demons was like, hey, man, pull over right here and just chill out for a minute. But I had to fight them demons, man. You know what I'm saying?
You were driving sleepy. I assume.
Yo, God.
Yeah, hey man, that driving sleepy man can be man. They talk about driving drunk and all that other jazz, man. But I ain't never done anything worse than driving sleepy.
Right.
All right.
Go good.
Yeah, that driving sleep is something different.
Yeah.
They can just be nodding off. Don't even halfway remember, like, damn, where am I at right now?
Right.
I moved this far.
Went through all them miles right there, God. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Trust me, I know as many nights I have had to pull over at a rest stop, you know what I'm saying, or a gas station and just try to get me a few Z's. Sometimes I've been woken up by the police.
Right.
Somebody has called the police on me and be like, yeah, I believe it's a guy up here drunk or something. I hadn't had anything to drink, but you
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
tie cuffs or whatnot. So you know how that.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Nah, man. And what you just said, that's the best advice for real. If you real sleepy, man, and you know what I mean, it's sometimes just best to slide, pull on over in a safe area, you know what I mean, and get off that road, man, before you hurt yourself or hurt somebody else, man.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Cause I know I have found myself doing that multiple times, trying to find a little rest area or something like that, just so I can catch myself and pull up. I might have to call this arm off, you know what I'm saying? Call that brother, especially, you know what I mean, on them Sundays when we was coming back from long distances, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Hey man, you know, hey, brotherhood is a weapon, man. You know, you want to know what I love about the I.S.U.P.K, man? It's just a sidebar, man. But one thing about it is we got brothers. You know, it's always the brother somewhat close to you usually. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
and if it's not, you got a number. You know what I'm saying? We got brothers in all different zones. I've been on the road before, and I know how much of a benefit it is. You know what I'm saying, to have brothers, man. Like when I needed a tow, didn't have a spare tire, some jazz like that, man.
Right.
I was able to reach out to brothers. When I was on the road working, I was able to tap in with brothers in different cities, man. And you know, some people in the world will call this checking in, but they don't understand the concept of just having people that you're attached to. Because
Right.
if I'm in Huntsville, Alabama, for instance, I'm not a native to that city, but I got two brothers that's on this podcast with me that is. So I can call them and ask them about the layout of the city, where to go. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I know that these brothers are righteous. They ain't gonna do me like a big U. They're not gonna extort me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They ain't gonna do me like YSL in Atlanta. They're not finna,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, try to handle me rough, man. These brothers are righteous, man. They gonna make sure that I'm taken care of, man. So brotherhood, man, it is a weapon. It's a lot.
Damn right, sir.
Damn right. Damn right. And you know, it's to that point, man. It's that's real brotherhood, man. Because what you hear from these rappers out here, man, you got to check in. You got to check in. You got to let me know you're in the city. And like what you said, it ain't really checking in, but it's just being brotherly. Because in case of you need some help, there it is. But you know, you gotta pay Lil J or somebody like that. You got to pay him protection money to make sure you safe while you in that city. But you can lean on the
Oh man.
I.S.U.P.K and you don't have to pay no protection money. You know what I mean? That's in your tires. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Right. Hey, look, man, you said something about Lil J, man, because was it Takeoff that checked in with Lil J in Houston? And
Right,
he didn't make it. He still didn't make it out.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like at least when you check in with us, we gonna get in front of any danger before it
Right.
gets to you. Best believe it's gonna get to the brother that you checked in with.
That's right.
And so
That's
like
right.
just to piggyback off that, I know it was a brother in California. He said, nigga, don't check in. He said the nigga you checking in with is the one that's getting you robbed.
Huh.
The nigga you checking in with because you telling him your location. He's
Right.
the one sending the niggas to come rob you.
That's right.
So he said he don't do that checking in. So
Man, when I'm going to California, I'm checking in with Captain Goodall.
right.
Man, so like I don't want to butcher the captain's name, man. And the other captain in North Carolina, Quam Wall. You
Kwame,
know,
okay.
yeah, those are brothers that I'm checking in with. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? And that's all I need. What else?
right.
What else do I need?
Right.
That's right.
Right.
Man, and even to that point, like what y'all brothers saying is so heavy because like even right now, there's been General Muhammad called this out in class Thursday night. He said for the last 3 weeks, he's gotten 3 reports of police being called but not coming. You know what I'm saying? And if you watch the Crossing Line Radio, if you watch Crossing Line Radio Thursday night, Captain Zariak was talking about he had a situation with, I guess Officer Matabar had a situation, and with Dr. Umar's daughter. They found Dr. Umar's daughter, and she had came to Officer Matabar's store, I think it was, and he had basically called the police for the girl, for the sister, and the police came up, but they wasn't really trying to help her. They was just trying to get rid of her. Obviously, the sister was in need. She had been down. She needed some help, but the police officers wasn't there to help them. They was just trying to get rid of her. Officer Matabar was like, hey, can we get a ambulance for her? The police didn't want to do that. He was the one that basically ran the whole investigation to find out that, damn, she was really on a missing persons report and that she was the child of Dr. Umar. You know what I'm saying? So he was the one that was basically putting it all together and trying to get it to the point where the sister could get the help she needed and get back in touch with her people, man. You know what I'm saying? So that I say all that to say this: the I.S.U.P.K is the ones that you need to call when you need help. When it comes to Black, Hispanics, and Natives, if you need help, realistically, you need to call the I.S.U.P.K. You need to call the camp leader in your zone, the captain in your zone, whatever the case may be, and reach out to them and get that help.
Damn right, that's crazy.
Damn right, man. What's crazy? Oh, Salaki, go ahead, Cesar, boss.
No, go ahead, Ottawa. Go ahead, Ottawa.
Okay. Now I was just gonna say add to that, man, because even in Milwaukee, man, what's the brother's name? But then Milwaukee, the captain, man, the ball mom, the ball mom. Yeah, he pulled over his bus and found a man that was on. They had a bolo on this man on. Be on the lookout for or whatnot because of I think he had some type of mental illness or he was old or whatnot.
Right.
And Captain DeBarmouth recognized that man. And what did he do? He put that brother on the bus and made sure that brother was safe until the authorities were able to come in and get him, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing out here, man. We are real citizens. You know what I'm saying? We are real what you would call, good Samaritans, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. All these other people, they pretending. But if we see anybody that needs help, we're gonna help because we know that's our job. You understand?
Right.
That's our job. We not faking this. You know what I'm saying? We actually love our people. Not only do we love our people, we fair to everybody.
That's
what I'm saying? They say we a hate group. But man, look, at the end of the day, we could prefer our people first. But at the same time, if we see somebody out there that needs help, man, look, we're gonna help.
That's right.
We can't say the same about the other people.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Right. I was trying to find that video. Slack. I see Officer Lagan enjoying the chat with us, man. He on the board.
Hey, Shalom. Can you hear me?
Go, God. Yeah,
Hey, that's what's going on again. Yeah, I was trying to get this camera going, man. You got to work with me on this one. I don't know why the camera ain't popping up, but what we got going on? What we talking about?
Man, if I could, we talking about how the police ain't about nothing, and the I.S.U.P.K are the real brothers, the real niggas on the street that are the ones that they need to be calling when you need help. I brought up a fact that General Muhammad said for the last 3 weeks he's got 3 reports that there's been when they call the police is not responding. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. They scared. That's the thing is they got a lot of young guys. They up their bonus, so a lot of them looking to get that check. They're not realizing they actually public servants. And I think I just heard Officer I.S.U.P.K talking about the heroics of the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K and what people gonna have to realize. Them brothers had to learn. You got to learn that type of compassion, man. That compassion does not come to us naturally. Like nobody would think to do the stuff them brothers was doing. We search out stuff like that in the I.S.U.P.K to do. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of situations that happen like that. But like I think some gentleman Hyman also said the other night that something we don't even think to do. We don't even always have a camera out because we just do it. It's damn near like we have to have a camera attached to us, and we can make a whole movie out of heroics that we doing in here.
That's right.
It's definitely a heavy thing. When I thought about that, I said I know I would not think to do some of the stuff that we do before I join this truth, and that's the most important part. It make you have compassion for your people, man.
Right. That's
right.
Then
you fearless. A lot of that stuff got something to do with being fearless. So yeah.
Go God. And that brought me to another point because I was thinking about Officer Yassad down there in Louisiana because he was the one that he was the bus. It's like he was the garbage truck driver and he was picking up trash on his route. And then it was like a white man and the devil came out of his house with the AR-15 and started shooting at the garbage truck because he thought he was stealing from him. You know what I'm saying? But Officer Yassad did not pull the weapon that he had on him. He called 911. He had compassion on that devil, man. He gave that devil mercy when he could have easily pulled his pistol out and, you know what I mean, unalive that devil, man. You know what I'm saying? So
right, and definitely would have been justified in doing it too.
Gun.
Yeah, but they would have found some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? With him knowing who the devil is, you know, he understands that if he would have unalived him, it would have been charged as trying to be brought to the fullest extent.
That's right.
He definitely wouldn't be at work on Monday morning if he'd have did that. He just understands how that mark work, you know. Because he definitely would have been justified to do that. Because he was inside the garbage truck. He was in his work truck, right?
Right. That's right.
Yeah, so that's no I'm quite sure he been there every day, once a week for the last however long he been working that job.
Right, that's right.
That's crazy. I mean, the chart is trying to get dropped. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Gun. And then I had that video of Captain DeBar Month. I was gonna pull that up just in case the people watching think we lying. You know what I'm saying? That these heroics is not a real thing. I wanted to pull this up real quick. Salaki. And then we can go and get into that story. You can go and start pulling that up, Uncle Shah.
Let me ask you a question. How old are you?
Yeah, I just want to bring that out real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because that right there shows that the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K are the ones that really have real compassion, a real brotherhood for our people, man. You know what I mean? It's like it, man. But if anybody got anything else they want to add on that, we can go to the story.
If
you could, man, go on. Let's get into that story, man. I'm going to set the stage for you. Everybody knows or should be aware that that the government is back in business now. They passed the vote. You know what I mean? They got the buddies in office that they wanted in office. They got the ones out of office that they wanted out of office. And the government is back in business. You know what I'm saying? So your SNAP benefits are coming back. You know what I mean? So if you could, let's go and get into that story, Baba Shah.
Khan says Alabama announces when full SNAP benefits will be paid.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It says, now that the federal government has reopened, Alabamians enrolled in Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program can expect full benefits this month. Says the Alabama Department of Human Resources said in a press release that they will begin uploading payments onto EBT cards today after receiving guidance from the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Right. That U.S. Department of Ag is a part of the federal government. You know what I'm saying? So they are the ones that say you can now eat. Your oppressor has said that you are fine to eat now again. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't able to get no food stamps before, but now you are able to get your food stamps because the oppressor has said so. You know what I'm saying? And that should tell you right there is like, this is why you shouldn't be dependent on your government. You shouldn't be dependent on this oppressor. You shouldn't be dependent on this nation to say, I want to get my being or my value from these people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because every time you see that you vote for somebody, you get nothing out of it. Every time you say, all right, I'm going to go and I'm going to align myself to these oppressors, you get nothing out of it. You get a bowl of soup and some bread, and stay going about your way, man. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy, man. Like, y'all got anything y'all want to say on that? I don't want to be in your way. Go ahead, Zama.
Salaka, sir. If I could, I'm gonna just read the scripture. You can break the Deuteronomy
Right.
28 and 48.
Right. That's it.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna just read. If you don't mind, you can break it down for him, sir. It said, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 48. It says, "Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst,
right,
and in nakedness, and in the want of all things.
That's right.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee."
He has destroyed thee, man. You understand? That's heavy because it tells you who you are, man. That's so heavy that the scriptures have laid out like, all right, these are the curses that will come upon thee and overtake thee if you do not keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. And you see now today, in today's time, that these laws, statutes, and commandments are for you to keep, black man. These laws, statutes, and commandments are for you and your family to keep, black, Hispanic, and Native man. You know what I mean? And these curses are on us because we did not keep it, man. He said that we're going to serve our oppressor in hunger and in thirst and in want of all things, man. And you could say, like, all right, ain't white people on food stamps too? God, they on food stamps. But the difference is that you are on it in a worse way. Yes, the white people are more numbered on the food stamps. There's more white people on food stamps than it is black people. However, why is it that we are the ones that at a more higher rate as it does? Does it affect us? It affects us more, you know what I'm saying? It affects us more potently because we are the chosen people of God, man. We are the ones that God said that this is how you're supposed to live. And if you choose not to live like this, this is the result that you're going to get, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And if I could,
go.
That scripture he just brought out, that yoke of iron is a spiritual thing too. People think about a yoke of iron, you automatically think about the physical part of what when you see slavery in the Bible and servant, that word slavery in the Bible breaks down to work. Right, that's what it means. Is this you having to work for everything, go through different channels when that's not how the Lord wanted it for us. Right. If you go back to Adam, when he said the ground would not give to him and he had to go out of the garden to go and do his work, that took him away from serving the Most High God.
Right.
And a lot of times people don't realize you don't want to come into this truth. You don't want to pick up this Bible and follow it because you got to go to work.
Right.
You know, you got to go get that money. And that's the curses they don't realize. We don't care how much money you got to go and get it. Right. And you get to that point to, well, you ain't, let's say you got somebody who's making money, they ain't got to be at work where your mind not on the Lord now because you had to do something. Now you telling yourself, I did this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You now ain't no God because I had to do all this stuff on my own. Well, he made it to where we had to do this stuff on our own. When we're supposed to have been born into this kingdom with land, with acres, with money.
Right.
That's what he wanted for us. But we got to get up and go get it. And when we get it, ain't no God no more.
That's right. I'm right, sir. I'm right. And it's so heavy because like what you're saying is so heavy on one. Like you had to sell yourself out to this nation and work and become something that you can't even identify. You got brothers out here, man, they done sold themselves out into slavery and in corporate America that now when it's a brother walk by them, they don't even recognize their brother. And their brother damn sure can't recognize them. You done sold out, man. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that you got to go to slavery. You got to get your money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it is something wrong with you selling your morals for this. It is something wrong with you saying, I'm not gonna look out for my people no more. It's only gonna be about me and that's it. It's only gonna be about my family and that's it. There's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with you making that kind of mindset, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. But go and read that out. I'm sorry. Unless you got something to say, man.
Nah, that was all. That was all, sir. Comic-Con says state agencies must take immediate steps to ensure households receive their full November allotments promptly. The federal guidance said. DHR said as long as there are no unforeseen issues, benefits should be available today, and some people may already see payments on their cards. Recipients who typically receive their payments on November 14th or later should receive benefits on their regular insurance day this month.
Right, that's right. So he's saying that you're going to receive your payment on this day, on whatever day you usually get your payment, that's when you're going to get it. but it's gonna be when your oppressors say it, man. And that's so crazy to think that this is how you living, and like this is how this oppressor has us living. That we only get our bread when he say we can have our bread, man. You know what I mean?
So like you said,
Right,
keep
definitely. If I could, and something else, this might be a dark saying or whatever. Me personally, I was kind of excited about what they were about to do because I was actually hoping that this would drive people to understand. You like, especially with these holidays coming up, I was hoping they was gonna keep this thing going. To be honest with you, so
Right.
we can actually make something to make us come together.
Right.
We in the I.S.U.P.K in Alabama, we was about to go. We went before the city council. We were ready to go and deliver the food to the people, all type of stuff like that. And hopefully, I was hearing people talking about going as far as not celebrating Thanksgiving, not celebrating Christmas. Now that they gave you that gift back, ain't nobody talking about that no more. They're going right back to, it's almost like the Lord have to strike you with this type of thought thing to happen for you to
That's
serve
right.
Him. And that's kind of crazy.
Go.
But they don't realize it's going to come back around. This was just like a test of panic. I feel like they realized that more Caucasians. I don't think Trump and them knew that. I don't think he keep up with statistics. To be honest with you, I think he realized, oh, I'm affecting my people. He probably didn't keep up with how many white people are getting food stamps or how many finna be mad. He probably realized that after he probably saw, hell, one of our posts probably. You know what I'm saying? We got some brothers posts who hit millions of views, so I'm pretty sure
Right.
somebody came and said, hey, Don, did you know this is gonna affect white people? And now all of a sudden, because this should have never been an issue, you know what I'm saying? But you can tell
That's
it
right.
was an attack on black people. But like we've been bringing out, your hatred for us is gonna affect you because you built this country up off of us.
Go.
But you don't realize it's his people that's doing the scam. A lot of them don't need it, but they get it very easily.
Right.
But we got to, our sisters got to kick the husband out the house. They can't have a man in the house to get this and all that.
Right.
It's very wicked how they doing it.
Go. And the fact that you brought up Donald Trump made me think about these Epstein letters I don't want.
Yeah.
Donald Trump scared about these Epstein letters, man.
Right.
He worried about that because he know he in there. I was reading an article earlier this week about some emails that came out. And they said that Donald Trump was they said something about Donald Trump and how he was blowing Bubba. Bubba, come to find out, is President Clinton.
Wow. They said he was blowing Bubba.
Come.
Wow. Damn. Okay.
So he was a bottom for Clinton, for President Bill Clinton. You know what I'm saying? That's why that's why Trump don't want it to come out, man, because he know he's in the letters all up and down through there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that wouldn't surprise me because you know how I kind of figure he's down low,
right?
Because he has the power right now to do whatever he wants to do. You know, something he hasn't even touched yet. Why haven't he banned same-sex marriage? If you so against, you banned abortion, you banning money, you putting tariffs on people. I ain't heard him. I was hoping. I said, you know what? That's one thing I do agree with the white supremacists on, for abortion and same-sex marriage. But he has not touched that subject when he could easily abolish that.
Right.
But he ain't touched it. So that's definitely in the air for him because he shows there's no president that ever, he shows the power that a president really has.
Right, come good.
And he don't touch it, that means he probably got something going on. He got some buddies of himself that don't even want to touch it, you know.
That's right.
Right.
It's too much money and it's too many people affected that got too much power and too much money in this nation.
Right.
You know, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. And that's why I say, man, like, I was like, so I ain't even cut you off.
Oh, no, go ahead. I don't want to.
Man, that's why I was saying, man, it's so crazy that you look at like, all right, how these people living in this empire. You say, all right, if I want to be wealthy in this empire, you must cut off your beard. You must cut your braids off. You must put on a suit and tie and give yourself over to these oppressors and become and assimilate with them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give it up so you can be a part of this nation. What the I.S.U.P.K and under Commander General YAHANNA is teaching is that you ain't got to do that to get by in this nation. There's another way. There's another way to live. It's another way to be. It's another way to exist, and you ain't got to do that. You can be a man just like you want to be, and still, you know what I mean, exist if only you had the Lord on your side, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference, man. So like, I ain't mean to cut y'all off. So keep reading on that story. I think we almost done on that.
Come. Says DHR is thrilled to be able to provide full benefits to SNAP recipients and help get food on the table for these Alabama families, especially in the time to prepare for the upcoming holidays.
That's right.
Said Commissioner Nancy Buckner in a statement.
Right. That's all they worried about. They want to make sure they got enough food, like what the other one was just saying. They want to make sure they got enough in the system so y'all can go out here and celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas. They want to make sure we got enough money in the system. That's why the government employee back to work, because they got to make sure they got enough in the system so they can spend money and buy toys and buy Christmas trees and buy Thanksgiving turkeys and all this jazz, man. That's why they doing it. That's why they open it back up, because they know this is the biggest money-making season for America. And if they don't open the government back up, they don't feed these people, it's going to be havoc in these streets. And I was with Officer Gun, man. I was like, man, I really was hoping, like he said, that they didn't feed, that they didn't open the government back up, because that's the only way you're going to see it. Business is good in the I.S.U.P.K when America is oppressing us more and more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Damn right. So let me ask something. Is it just Alabama or certain states that's not gonna get it?
It's this Alabama. I saw some states are going to get it under the federal administration. Their guidance is that you can open up SNAP benefits for everybody. So all states are supposed to be getting this benefit back.
Okay. Yeah, they could have been kept that going, man. They just didn't realize who they really was affecting.
Right.
And you know, that's why this place has to have a wise ruler, man. This place needs a man like Commander General YAHANNA ruling, because if we really want to buck on this place, give me my SNAP benefits. I'm still not spending no money for Christmas. I'm still not finna. I still make it a drive, because it's a lot of money finna get spent into America over the next 3 months.
Go.
It's finna be these type of months keep America balanced. Like you can notice even how we just went to the Magic City Classic, right?
Right.
You know that one day alone like helps Birmingham in a way that lasts for years. Just one day. I think last year they made I hadn't looked at the numbers for this year, but that one day last year made $14 million for the city. So flip that on the other side of in terms of America, and we're not celebrating these holidays and stuff like that. And see how much money they lose, and then you see if they ever call us a nigga on TV again. If they see they calling us some lazy niggas ever again.
Right.
They'll wash their mouth if we thought like that. They'll really wash their mouth when they talk about us. That's why you can't talk about them Jewish bastards and all that. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
They took our book and they distinguished themselves as somebody. All right, talk about us you want to. You're going to feel it. And we don't think like that.
Go.
We'll get mad at somebody for talking about us on Facebook, but we don't know how to fix the world from opening their mouth against cheering to God.
That's right.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. It's like Officer Gun.
Go ahead.
I just pulled this statistic that you was talking about the Magic City Classic. It says the 2025 Magic City Classic generated an estimated $20 million of economic impact on the Birmingham area.
Getting higher and higher every year. That's when black folks come together and do something we want to do.
Right.
So imagine how much, as a whole, we all put, and everybody didn't participate in Classic. Right? So imagine, how much money they're making on their holidays off us.
Good.
So that we'll cripple this place. And they'll look and say, damn, this black people not celebrating this holiday. That's what makes things a God. That's what makes Christmas a God. People don't realize what a God is a word. You give it means power. You give it power.
Right.
And these holidays coming up are gods. right? And you can destroy that God by just not participating. I think it's saying in Jeremiah the 10th chapter about the tree. That tree got no power, not over us, because we don't care about it, but it got power over them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they have to put it in their house. They have to participate in these rituals that's coming up, not even knowing where it really came from.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, nah, that shit heavy, man. Because like Christmas so diabolical. Like you spend all year with your kids, you buying gifts for them. Like in the world, you would buy Christmas. It's like you would buy a birthday gift, you buy Valentine's Day gift, you would buy Easter gifts. You're gonna buy whatever. I don't know what you celebrate in the spring. You're gonna buy something for Thanksgiving. All of that you spend become Christmas Day. If it ain't a gift under that tree on Christmas Day, you a bad father.
Right.
You are a terrible father.
Right.
It's terrible, man. You know what I'm saying?
And stuff like it's like I ain't mean to cut you. I'll go ahead.
No, not so what. You got on one.
Now I'll say stuff like that, man. As a man, that weakens a man. Especially, a lot of these men. It's some men that's into the Christmas spirit or whatever you want to call that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of men that would rather skip that. In terms of their finances, in terms of just the stress of that day, of them days. You can skip it and have a cookout on your own terms when you got the extra money. This something you got to provide regardless. And I remember before I even came in the truth, I remember the anguish I had around these times because it never seemed like I had enough money to really enjoy it. So it was a level of stress and anguish. I don't care what I was at in life. I've never had a Christmas where I said, I'm good. I got the money. Even if I had it, my mindset was it makes you want to do more. It wakes up a demon to okay, I couldn't do this.
Right.
And the people you buy for will never be satisfied with what you buy for them. You're gonna show up to them holidays, you're gonna get into it with your uncle, get into it with your family, you're gonna see somebody you don't really like.
Yep.
Right.
But you got unresolved family issues with, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And a lot of times people get hurt. That's if you look at the statistics on that, I think Christmas is the most deaths out of the whole year. And a lot of them are family related. And that people don't look at stuff like that. Like, why is that like that? It's not the case for Passover. It's not the case for Feast of Hanukkah. It was just coming up. You know what I'm saying? So them statistics, the Lord telling you everything. That's why it's like people don't realize through the scriptures, the Lord has always reacted to us. It's not the other way around, right? People walk around trying to say the Most High did this, he's evil. The evil that he creates is based off what we do.
Right.
We get that evil power. If we don't do it, that evil has no power. It's a part, you know what I'm saying? We control it. He's reacted to us all through the scriptures.
Right.
He don't take no pleasure in us losing our lives and because of something we did. He wants us to not do it. That's the point, to stop doing it.
That's right.
Right.
And people so caught up these days just trying to critique a scripture instead of saying, okay, why did he say that? Like Christ brought that spirit of why don't you want to sleep with that man's woman? Why don't you want to steal? And that's what brings Zephaniah 2 and 9 together. We got to come together.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, that's heavy. That's heavy, man. And it's so important. And I was gonna say this too. Like, I remember before I came into the truth, I budgeted. I calculated how much money I spent on Christmas every year. And I could, like, as I stayed longer with my rib and I had kids, like, I spent more and more money. But once I came into the truth, and Commander Johanna said, I ain't got to celebrate Christmas no more. Do you realize how much money I done saved, man?
Right.
Man, I just saved so much money after not buying Christmas trees, not buying Christmas gifts, not putting Christmas lights on your house, not doing this, and knowing the gift you buy your child, they gonna play with it that day after that it's over with, man.
It's over.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. It's toys that these kids ain't played with, is still in boxes that I bought before I came into the truth. They still in the same boxes that it was in when we got them at the store.
Right.
So what that tell you, man? These kids don't give a damn about Christmas. That comes from your parents. That's you telling your child that you need to celebrate this day. You need to celebrate Halloween. You need to celebrate Thanksgiving. That's something that you telling your child. Your child don't give a damn about that day.
Right.
They just want to be around you. That's all they want.
Right, right. Thankful. So like, thankful to Command Junior Hunter. We got children coming in the earth that don't even know nothing about it.
Right.
Right?
Right.
They don't even know what is a Christmas. Like I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is that?
Right.
That's the kingdom, man. When you birthing these babies and they don't have no knowledge of that,
Come.
right? That's just another day. Let's go eat McDonald's on that day. You know,
Right.
Right.
let's not be studying no turkey. That's when they say it's gonna be written in your hearts. That's what it's talking about. Like it's gonna be on our mind. You know how they got commercials about Christmas and all that. They're gonna have commercials about Passover.
Right.
Right.
That's the
Right.
kingdom. The kingdom just gonna be it's gonna be how it is now, except righteous.
Mm.
These children coming in, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, you know, when it comes to this truth, Christ don't have to come back while I'm on it for me. You know, we doing this for these babies. So when they come back in, the next generation, they won't know nothing about this. I'm
That's
cool
right.
with that. Christ ain't got to crack that sky for me because I don't deserve it. None of us do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
If we go this whole life and it don't happen, cool. I ain't waiting on nobody. He waiting on us.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? These children get corrupted by these days. These little girls, they get used to gifts and they make them whores. It turn them into a whore.
Right.
But they want to have the right man with the right money and they're going to open their legs up just for a day. For
That's
their
right.
birthday, for these Christmases and Valentine's, it makes them whores and they don't even know it. They rush to get another man. They broke up with one man, but Valentine's they coming up. Let me go find this nigga and lay with him.
Right.
Right.
I got
Right.
me a Valentine, and you gonna post it. So your everybody saying, damn, she just had the old boy last month. You know what I'm saying? Now you in Turks and Caicos with this nigga, but
Right.
you can't put the nigga in the picture. You know what I'm saying? You got the picture
That's
where you
right.
by yourself. You got your bikini on, like you there by yourself. Everybody know what you're doing.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
That's right.
It's a lot, you know. I don't know about y'all brothers, but you know, back when I was in the world, my Christmas started during tax season. I didn't.
Right.
We had to, you know, I had to wait on that anyway a lot of times. So you know, definitely coming into the truth, like you said earlier, out of one and learning. Oh, I ain't got to celebrate Christmas, and
Right.
let's get rid of this.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And what's so crazy is you gonna spend that money on something else, right? It ain't gonna make you
Right.
just be rich and balling, but you ain't got that stress no more.
That's right. That's
Right.
You
right.
gonna find something else out. You know what I'm saying? You gonna spend that bread, you know, because you
Right.
making it, but you ain't stressed about it. And that's
That's
the
right.
key. That's that it's a scripture where it says it strikes us with madness. You know what I'm saying? You get struck with madness, man, when you gotta live a life. Well, and when you come into this truth, you gotta I look back all the time. Your life with dealing with people and doing things, it was always based around a birthday or a holiday. You take that from you damn near like, damn, I never see these people no other time.
Right.
You know, I never go see my son, my auntie, or my cousins or somebody no other time. But then that way you got to plan and say, let me go see them on this day.
Right.
That's taking that stuff out your life. Like you said, we went with what y'all was talking about earlier. It makes you actually care about somebody.
That's right.
Because
Right.
you just seeing somebody one time a year, you don't really give a damn about them. You just seeing them on their birthday. Y'all not tight like that. But when you
Right.
start looking around and caring about people as a whole, that's what makes you be this hero that we are in the I.S.U.P.K. You really give a damn about people. On a that story out there about I just heard that story about the brother in Baltimore. I don't know if y'all talked about that shit about the brother in Baltimore, the one that saved Umar Johnson's daughter.
Oh, so like you come. We had touched a little bit on that other one earlier, but
Oh, okay,
go
okay.
ahead.
Yeah,
I
I hate
want
I
to
missed that. But yeah, man, like stuff like that, man. Just imagine somebody in the world seeing a girl that looked homeless. They would try to get her out of the store. Like she can't be in there. We don't care what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? The profession that oftentimes I ought to tell you the profession that we in when we did in the gas station, that stuff would happen a lot. And look, the clerks, they don't care. They want you out the store. They gonna call. If security not there to handle it, they gonna call 911 and get them trespassed because they don't care
Right.
what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? So that stuff like there's a different breed in the earth, man. All connected to these wicked holidays and us needing our oppressor for everything.
Right.
That's what it boy, because you all you really worried about is your job so you can feed yourself.
Right.
Right.
When they get to talking about stuff like cutting out food stamps and the world going upside down, it's damn near got to do that. The Lord gonna have to take us through some stuff for us to come through. I think this was just a warning or get your mind right because Trump ain't done.
Right.
Like not that these he just lost a lot of seats in the House to these Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to get real petty up in there.
Right.
It's finna get real petty up in there. Like they finna be. He didn't like that. Then they got on TV bragging about it. You know, they don't know who they dealing with, right? Because he don't like. You can tell he can't handle losing a ping pong game.
Right. Right.
That spirit of them people that storm the Capitol, them his people.
That's right.
When they lose, somebody got to die.
That's right.
Right.
Somebody got to get hurt. So now that he gonna have them seats in that White House, something else gonna come up. This food thing was for the holidays, but watch, it's gonna be something else. He gonna say, "Well, yeah, I chose these Democrats to come in here. It's their fault."
That's right.
When all of them wicked bastards, because the Democrats just as bad. 'Cause this food stamp thing was terrible because they you look at how it was going on. Yeah, the Democrats could have been not had no shutdown, right? But they hate him so much they didn't care about the postal workers or the airplane operators. They don't care about us.
Right.
They had to prove a point. Now that they got what they want, like the scripture say, it's go left or right. It's both of them wicked. You know what I'm saying? Don't go left or right. Go straight go through that straight gate.
That's right.
And serve the Lord, man.
That's right. That's right. Damn right, man. Cause I'm telling you, man, like what you're saying so heavy out of one, like it's then the politicians was so terrible, and we're gonna move on to the next one after this. The politicians so terrible that you making these people not have money. You shutting down the government, and these folks can't get a check. Meanwhile, you got a check. Meanwhile, you still getting paid. So you have no vested interest in making sure that these people that are performing TSA, that's running your garbage trucks, that's running your running your federal business part of this country, you have no concern about them. You know what I'm saying? And it was big in Huntsville because in Huntsville, it's a lot of government workers up here working on the arsenal and whatnot. So all these folks out here hurt and trying to figure out how they gonna get by. But meanwhile, your government workers like your senators and politicians, they getting paid meanwhile while the government shut down. So
Right. And go ahead.
No, that's it. You got another one.
No, I was gonna say, man, they don't realize, man, it's already hard out here, people, man. They don't realize that a month without your pay.
Mm-hmm.
They don't realize that's you seconds away from making a man commit a life-changing decision.
Right.
When it comes to his family and how he lived. That man that got that pressure on him.
Mm-hmm.
That man is seconds from robbing you. Right? That man is seconds from doing something illegal. That man seconds from snapping off because he broke and unaliving somebody and going to jail.
Right.
When you play with somebody like that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You really, if somebody, you from around the hood, that's what they felt that oppression. People that they call thugs and all that, man, all that stuff come out of necessity in the beginning. It's never just that's how we are.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You see a need in your life and you say, you know what, nobody finna give it to me, so I'm finna take it.
Right.
That's the spirit that's on our people. You know what I'm saying? Because we natural warriors, so we not just finna go out like that.
That's right.
Either you're gonna go out there and get it, or you're gonna go to a drug and try to run from it.
That's right.
So when you look at that, that's what oppression is, and America just felt that. That's why it's over with us so quick, because it wasn't just black people problems. You know what I'm saying? In fact, this was America's problem. America was finna be where we've been at our whole life. This ain't nothing new to us. You know what I'm saying? They were finna be the ones who was finna be out there scamming, robbing, and murdering.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna get like that. If you look at Mark, you could pull up Isaiah the 14th chapter. I think it's Isaiah 14. I think it's when talk about the day of the Lord. I think it's Isaiah 14 and I think it's 31.
Come on, the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Right, but it goes down when they talk about what's gonna happen with them.
Go.
Um, talk about their wives and stuff like that. I'm about to find it. I just thought about it. I'm about to find it myself for a second.
Mm-hmm. Talking about in that day. It's talking about in that day, 7 women or
Right.
something like that, ain't it?
Right, it's talking in that day when their wives will be ravished and stuff like that.
Let's see if I can say it.
It might be 13. Oh, so like I might be Isaiah 13. Yeah, Isaiah 13. 13.
Okay, come. Okay, come. We want to start at which verse?
Go to a part where it say about the infants will be dashed to pieces before the eyes of their houses.
Or 16. 13
16.
and 16.
Okay, here, come. All right. The book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 16 says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
Right. So guess what? We're not gonna be touching your women. You know, Lord not gonna ever have us breaking a law to touch your wife. It's Israelites out here that think that scriptures mean we're gonna be graping white women. Right? That's
Right.
not what's gonna happen. We're not touching them, right?
Right.
That's gonna be their own people doing that to them.
That's right.
That's gonna be the madness of their people losing their mind and turning on each other. We're gonna watch it. Right? He
Right.
already told when we gonna go do. He said we're gonna be a time we gonna hunt and we gonna be getting them out the way. Right.
Right.
That we gonna get that green light after when it's cleanup time. You know what I'm saying? At the end. That's what I love about these scriptures. People like to say Israelites gonna be the ones doing the crazy stuff. We're gonna have a clear sign when it's time for us to do something, and it's not right now.
Right.
But in that meantime, before we get to that, they gonna turn on each other. You know what I'm saying? When they stormed that White House, that was a white woman that died.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Right? That's they gonna hurt each other. Because they can't handle the stuff we've been going through our whole life. We gonna do the dirty work when it's time to clean up, when it's gonna be obvious who we are. You know what I'm saying? Then he gonna say, oh yeah, I go hunt, go get the scraps. Right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all go catch you in them rocks hiding over there.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just one of the things. Like the stuff that's gonna happen to them, they gonna turn on each other because it's gonna get so bad for them.
Right.
And that's what they just realized with this food. They saw they was getting calls, probably threats. It's stuff we don't know that was just transpiring to make this happen so quickly. Because what I was told originally was this was gonna take 3 months to clear up. That meaning the next 3 months we ain't even talk about food stamps. And for them to turn around so quickly and break this back so quickly, I guarantee they realize, oh, we finna mess with them. Right?
Right.
We
Right.
finna bring them savages out.
That's right.
Them niggas gonna be over there eating they syrup. We gonna go back to eating syrup sandwich. We ate syrup sandwiches our whole life. We ate noodles
Right.
and shit.
Right.
Go to bed hungry, drinking water. We done this before. This ain't nothing new. Put some cereal. What Pop say on Friday? Put some cereal on that shit. Put some water on that shit.
Put some water on this
You know
shit.
what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Right. Keep it going. You heard this before?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They can't deal with nothing like this, man. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. You know what I'm saying? All that.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I yield on that. Go ahead.
Cool. Slate, you had something else? Or Slate, you want to read that scripture? I don't want you want to go back to the topic.
I just want to bring that part, that whole this in that area, because I know I had this discussion with a fake Israelite about a week ago, and I was just like, man, I'm not touching no white woman. Like I had to bring that out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You got to
That's
clear
right.
these times when Lord's separating us from everybody.
Right.
I'm going out my way to clear up the misconceptions, right? Because we have to do that, right? You know, they're gonna put their stupid thought processes on all of us. So
Right.
we're not doing that, right? We're not raping white women. We're
Cool.
not raping nobody. You know
Cool.
what I'm saying?
That's
We're gonna
right.
have wives that over there give it to us willingly.
That's right.
That's what they're gonna do. We Isaiah 4:1 when they're
That's
gonna be
right.
begging for your last name. You
That's
know,
right.
that's what we are, right?
Come God.
Go ahead.
Come God. So like I was gonna say, so I think it's a good time to go and bring out this last part. This is the last part of the show. I wanted to talk about this Mingo Damon Allen situation. This brother was found hanging from a tree in Birmingham, Alabama, and his parents, you know, what I mean, they trying to get some answers. Basically, they're trying to get some answers for what's going on and why they child, you know, why they haven't got any answers from the government. So I wanted to play this video a little bit. We can chop it up on this, but I at least want to make sure we brought this to light and show how our people are being mistreated still to this day in Alabama, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm going to play this.
So we are doing. Good morning, everyone. So we are doing this video because we need answers. This was really our last resort. It's something we did not want to do. We did not want to have to come to social media, but Birmingham Police Department is giving us no other choice. So our oldest son, Mingo Damon Allen II, they claim was found hanging from a tree in Birmingham, Alabama, found hanging from a tree. So we have done all of the proper protocol, and this was back in April. So we have submitted the open records request that they recently just denied, which is why we're having to make this video right now. Also, the other thing is the detective, you know, dealing with the detective, dealing with the police department, making requests to the mayor's office. It has gone nowhere. We keep getting the runaround. We referred the case even to the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, which is our State Bureau of Investigations, and yet they still chose to stonewall even them. So we know that something is wrong, and we want to figure it out. So the only, I think what is the most crazy thing about this is that our son was missing. And I'll let my husband elaborate more on that because he was more a part of that firsthand than I was because I was at work at the time. But our son was missing, and when I think it was like the next day, we received a call from the coroner's office, and we had to actually identify his body. So at that moment, they had a picture, and I asked, could we see his body, because like the case number, they had like the plaque over his neck on the case number, and I was like, well, we were just so confused and so distraught at the time. So needless to say, the very next day, unbeknownst to us, his body was released to his spouse. And when it was released, our son was cremated. So this is what we have of our son. And it was mailed to us by a third party, which we are grateful for. But this has been traumatizing. It has been a lot, and we just want answers. So they said that our son died suicide by hanging. And so if he did indeed die by suicide, which there was a note, if he did die by suicide, then we just wanted to understand why, because then that will make us advocates for, you know, suicide prevention or whatever. They've been giving us the runaround, so we don't know what's going on right now, and we just want answers.
So as y'all can hear, they said they found their son hanging from a tree, right? Hanging from a tree in Birmingham, Alabama. They said they didn't get released the body to him. Of course, it was released to the wife. And they're not getting the answers about what happened and why he was left hanging and things like that. And they're not getting that information. So I thought it was a good thing to bring out to see how it's affecting us. And if you could dissolve my, get Lamentations chapter 4, and we're going to go to verse 18. And I want to just read this part right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there was another brother up here in Florence, up here in North Alabama, that quote unquote hung himself. Come to find out, he actually didn't hang himself, and that he was actually attacked by the police up in Florence, Alabama, man. I think that's going to be another story we pull out for the next show, man. You know what I mean? I thought that was a pretty heavy story to talk about when you saying that this man hung himself, but come to find out it didn't. So we're going to start with this one, though. You got that, Zama?
Come.
All right, read that.
So, like, if I can, real quick, I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. But when we get a chance, since we doing these stories like this, let's pull up that brother Dennoriss Richardson, because I knew that brother personally. You know what I'm saying? Because we was working for the state together. I just put it like that. And yeah, that brother, they said that brother hung himself, but his rib and everybody else came out that and said that he had a lawsuit against the police. So he was from Muscle Shoals. So
Right.
that's another good story, and that hasn't been getting any light shed on it. So I'm just throwing that up there right now.
Go. While he reading that scripture, I'll try to see if I can pull it up. A good story on that one.
Come the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18.
Come.
It says, they hunt our steps.
That's like, if you could, so like, I apologize. Go to verse 17. Let me get a little context on that.
Okay, come. The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
You hear that? He says, our eyes have failed for our vain help. We call the police for our help. The brother in Decatur, they called the police to help that brother in Decatur. You know what I'm saying? To help that brother, and he was unalived by the Decatur Police Department.
Right.
You understand? We reach out to these oppressors and try to help us out of these bad situations, and every time, and you see how it always turns on us, man. What's the sister name? Sandra Bland? She called the police for some help, and they went in and unalived that sister, man. Our eyes have failed for this vain help. Keep going.
Come. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
America cannot save us, Black, Hispanic, and Native men. Black, Hispanic, Native man and woman. America can't save us, man. You're looking for America to step up to the plate and finally say everybody is going to have equality. Man, you're never going to get that, man. Right. This nation is not going to save us, and they cannot save us, because the salvation we need only is coming from the Lord, man. That's the only salvation that we're going to get that's going to be right and just for us, man. You know what I'm saying? You voting for these things is not going to create a situation where you're getting salvation. It's not coming from the Democratic Party. It ain't coming from the Republican Party. You understand? It ain't coming from Bernie Sanders, man. Right. You got to get this from the Lord. Keep going, Bible Kasha.
Come. Verse 18. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets.
It says they hunt our steps that we can't go into our streets, man. This is a horrible situation when you talk about Mingo. What's his brother name? Mingo Damon Allen, man. It's a horrible situation that we can't go into our steps, go into our streets, man. And Dennoriss Richardson, we can't go into our streets freely. Keep going.
Come. Our end is near.
It says our end is near. Going back, man, didn't the brothers in Memphis they had to do a whole protest to say that I am a man. Aren't we men? Aren't we American citizens? You say that we American, we born here on this land, but we still get no support from these people, man. Keep going.
Come. It says our days are fulfilled. For our end is come.
For our end is come, man. That's why I'm telling you, man. It's so important in these last days, man, that we wake up and not be sleep voting for America, not be sleep going to these oppressors for your salvation, not going to these oppressors to help you out of your situation, because they can't do it. They can't do it, man. They can't do it. So like, I don't want to overtalk. Y'all got anything y'all want to say on that, brothers?
Right. If I could, with that particular story about the brother Mingo Allen, right? That scripture he just brought out was very heavy in terms of our people searching to the wrong people for answers. Because in that particular story, I know me and Officer I.S.U.P.K was really trying to reach out to this family. When the story was brought to us by Captain Kahan, he brought to our attention. I think Officer I.S.U.P.K posted it about it first, and yeah, they're searching for answers through the officers. Even when we went out trying to find things out, that story is very nobody really is talking about it. Even when we went to the I think Officer Picard, we went to the morgue, right? We went to the morgue. We went to places that they said he was at, and nobody's really like they don't know about it. It's almost like, damn, did it happen? And I know this family is not fabricating that, but we've almost run up on a brick wall of trying to investigate what happened, right? And I sent the parents a message on social media platform, but they're not on Facebook. The only thing they're on is TikTok. But from what I'm told, they're not really looking for outside help. They just try to go to the police. And the police, if this happened the way they're saying it happened, they got to realize they're not gonna get answers that way. If this is something if this happening like that, that means this is a ring going on that's connected to the actual police officers, to actually, everything with that fraternal order when it comes to white supremacy and affecting black people, it's gonna be some higher ups that knows about it, right? Or their son that's connected to them, they did this, right?
Right.
And so our people have to realize the only way to prevent these things is to come together and know who to go to. That's when them stories that we were talking about earlier about the heroes of the community, that can be brought out if everybody knows where to go to for help.
Right.
If everybody know who to call. You can't call the Ghostbusters. You got to call the damn Demon Busters, which is in the I.S.U.P.K.
Damn right.
You
Right.
got to call us when this stuff happen and give us a trail. And I hope this family can understand and finally I guess see, I don't know if they didn't, I don't know if they cut their messages off or what. I know it's frustrating when you don't know what happened to your child. I understand that, right? So I just hope that they can find a way to reach out to us so we can go full throttle and get some actual details and bring this out. 'Cause we don't want this brother. If his brother's life was taken like that, that's unacceptable, right? It's unacceptable if this happened to this brother the way they're saying it happened. And this has to be rectified and brought out. And we'll scream from the mountaintops if
Right.
we can get the information about who to press about it. We
Right.
look for stuff like this, man. This is what we're looking for. We want to be a part of this fight right here. But our people are so used to going to the same oppressors that are killing us that they don't understand that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't understand that we got to come to each other, talk to each other. And definitely if people that saw something that don't want to speak on it, that gotta be done. They gotta be out. Cause that come back to that fear I was talking about.
Mhm.
Right? People are even people. I don't know. I don't remember that. That's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't my cousin. That wasn't my brother. That wasn't my sister. But it's gonna eventually be your family member,
Right.
and that's what people got to realize. We gotta care about this brother Domingo and the brother in Florence and the brother in Decatur. I don't know these brothers, right? We don't know nothing about these brothers, but they are our brothers, and it bothers us to the point where we want to put our life on the line to get them justice. But you got to let us know what door to kick down.
Right.
Black people don't realize they got an army waiting to defend them. You got to get off the fact that we don't like white people, though.
Right.
Right? You
Right.
got to get
Right.
over the fact that we're not celebrating your holidays. We're not eating pork. We're not going to. You're not holding hands with your pastor. Get over that and let us defend you. That's what we got to do. I yield on that.
Okay. Right. So if I could go into that point about the military and the army that you have, like these brothers just completed Hebrew Academy, man. You know what I'm saying? We had Hebrew
Right.
Academy that we just completed last year, man. That brothers going to train and spend time learning how to defend and how to protect their own people, man. You know what I'm saying? Your Christian church ain't doing that, man. Your Christian church ain't going out and learning how to defend themselves. They're learning how to be a better slave. That's what they're learning. You know what I'm saying? They're not learning how to protect you and protect your children. So, like, I just wanted to make a mention of that.
Right.
Officer Picard, you said you wanted to, I think I might have that story about Dennoriss Richardson. You want to read that real quick before we close out? You want us to read that?
Come, Baba Kashab, if you can.
Come.
But before I do that, I don't know if I got an echo or not, but I did want to say something about what Officer Lagan was saying. You know, the thing is about it, man. It kind of escaped my thought, but he was saying something about us having to reach out to the right people. You know what I'm saying? And so what that means, you know what I'm saying, to be like, we can't be hush hush about the stuff that goes on in our community, man. We have to make sure that if we see something, we say something when it comes down to our people. Because just like he was saying, you ain't worried about it because it ain't your cousin, it ain't your brother this time. But what you got to realize that brother or that sister looks like you, or looks like, you know what I'm saying, your sister or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We got something in common. And so it was a situation that happened in Tillsburg, I remember years ago, where a brother was unalived in his seatbelt, okay, by the police. You know what I'm saying? And what ended up happening is it was a situation at the store to where this brother was arguing with his rib. That happens. That's a normal thing. You know what I'm saying? It happens. You know, sometimes you and your rib, y'all gonna argue. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it may not be at an ideal place. who picks the ideal place to argue, right? And so, somebody called the police or whatnot, and end up this brother gets unalived in a gas station parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Inside his seatbelt, no weapons, right? And so it was a brother that seen it, and he didn't even want to step forward because he's afraid about the consequences of what the police are going to do to him. And I'm looking like, man, is it really this bad out here where we can't speak up for each other? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, like, you got to be willing to just go out about something. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to just lay it down about something. You know what I'm saying? Is your life so valuable that it makes all your other brothers' life invaluable? What you gonna stand on? And I.S.U.P.K, man, look, man, we standing on the business of our people. You know what I'm saying? So that at the end of the day, we got to take care of each other, man. If we being quiet about stuff that we see happening to each other, man, look, that ain't the way we gonna change nothing. So like,
right. Right, sir.
Damn
Like what the
right.
scriptures say. That's like Officer Lock. Go ahead.
I was saying damn right. Damn right. For sure.
And like the scriptures say, man, that no greater love had man than this than a man to lay down his life for a friend, right? You got to be willing to lay your life down for somebody you love, man.
Right.
Let me go and pull this story up real quick, and then we can slack. Yeah, there we go. I want to shut this tab instead. All right. So yeah, Zalma, can you see that?
Come.
I think I also put that in a note page if you want to access it over there too. But yeah, this brother right here in Colbert County, up here in North Alabama, man, he was found unalive, man. And like Officer I.S.U.P.K was saying, you don't really hear much about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't really hear much about what's going on with this brother and what happened in this situation. And because he had a history, I believe that's why they don't want to bring any light to it, because every time I see something about it, they want to talk about his history. That man is still a human being. He still has a valid life, man. You know what I'm saying? He still is a person that has a family, that had children and a wife, a mother and a father. You still got to have some value on him.
And if I could, I guarantee he don't got 34 felonies.
Right.
I guarantee he don't got files where he's doing all kind of lascivious things with underage children.
Go.
Right.
I guarantee he don't have that. Whatever he's charged is, it ain't worse than what the leader of the free world got.
Right. Damn right. Go ahead, Zalma, you got it.
Come. It says family of man found hanged in Colbert County wants to update excessive force lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it says Colbert County, Alabama. The family of a man found hanged in Colbert County last year, who had a pending lawsuit against the Sheffield Police Department, is asking a court to allow it to file an update lawsuit.
Right. No, yeah, that's it. So he said a family of a man was found hanging. That's all you get, is that this was a man that was found hanged in Colbert County. Now, if you know anything about Colbert County, for those that are unfamiliar, I think that area is predominantly white, if I'm not mistaken. That Florence, Muscle Shoals, what's the other one over there? What's the other city over there? It's
got Sheffield.
Right?
Sheffield. That's it. That's it. Sheffield, that's one. So you got those three cities that make up the whole Shoals area. Now, it's a big, every time I go over there, it's clearly a big division among who is black and who is white. You know what I'm saying? It's very clear who they are. You know what I'm saying? And in this situation that we're reading about, this brother was found hanged outside of, I believe, in his garage, if I'm not mistaken. Keep going about the show.
He was found. Okay, he was found somewhere. Where his mother, this was his mother's words. His mother said he didn't even like going that way. There's no reason for him to be out that way, unalive. His mother said, man, he didn't even like going out that way. You understand? So she was like, the place that they found him hung at, it was just odd because he never liked going out that way. So like,
Go.
Okay, so like it's in the when we read on down, they got it in here where they found him. Come. It says the family of Dennoriss Richardson wants to add 3 Sheffield police officers, Anthony Strickland, Albert Pope, and Wes Holland, to the lawsuit. The The lawsuit alleges Richardson's rights were violated and he was assaulted while in custody with the Sheffield Police Department.
Mm-hmm.
The lawsuit already named SPD former police chief Ricky Terry and former officer Max Dotson, among others. All right. Says Richardson was found dead by hanging in September 2024 at an abandoned house.
That's right.
Says the Colbert County Sheriff's Office originally ruled the death a suicide, but Sheriff Eric Ballantyne later asked the FBI to investigate the case.
Mm-hmm.
It says Richardson's wife, Leah Richardson, told News 19 that she does not believe her husband killed himself. A private autopsy was done by the family in late December 2024, and it said it lacked conclusive proof that Richardson died by suicide.
So it was not conclusive that he did die by suicide, that there may have been other factors that led to that brother's death.
Right.
Right. And if I could, like just statistics show that we don't regularly unalive ourselves. Black people unalive themselves by getting on drugs.
Right.
Right.
We unalive ourselves by living free, by having unprotected sex with a whore. That's how we just commit. So we just stop caring and jump out the window. But we'll go 20 years living like that till something happen to us. Right? Black men don't hang, and he definitely, when you do want to align yourself, we're not gonna hang ourselves by no tree.
Right.
We're gonna pick up that gun and we're gonna put it to our head.
That's right.
That's what we're gonna get it out the way. He ain't finna hang himself. Nah, that ain't happening, man. Only time that you see that happening is in a prison. That's the only tool they got to do that, man. And one thing I can say about I got a family on my father's side up in the area. That place right there, man, when they want you, they know where you go. Like how you said the brother was found somewhere he don't usually be. I guarantee they knew where he was gonna be. Cause everybody in them towns know each other, black and white. Cause there's a lot of interracial dating, and black people that don't know who the devil is, they hang around them. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're poor, you're gonna have a white friend up there, right?
Right.
And they always know where you're gonna be. Your business is not private. So I guarantee you, they saw that brother somewhere he is and took him to where they wanted him to be. And they gonna keep it on the wraps. You know, that's like places like that is not unto Mississippi.
Right.
For sure. With them police officers. Like I got an uncle who was falsely accused of rape when he was years ago. And it was really boiled down to the fact he was sleeping with everybody's wife. He was definitely doing that, right? And when they wanted him and the woman he was with got mad at him, they couldn't even prove it, but they found him and he sat in there for 20 years before they figured out he didn't even do it. Didn't pay him a dime when he got out neither. Ruined his whole life. You know what I'm saying? So it went through all kind of stuff in the prison trying to defend itself. We know how they do rapists in prison.
Right.
You know, had to do all kind of things, got time extended because he had to defend himself on things, and come to find out he didn't do it. No risk, no, what they call it? No check. Just all right, you free. Send him back out to the world broke. What you think he did? Got on drugs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Could not function in the world.
Right.
And they ain't care about that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how they do. That's them horrible places right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And they feel free. They can do what they want to do with you. That stuff happens more than we think. I think this one probably came out because the brother had a lawsuit. You gotta put that together. He had a lawsuit, you know, saying, so that's already public record. So you damn near gotta talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But inside, any other thing, I'm guaranteed you look into the beatings, the police shootings, none of it is legit.
Right.
Well, Con, it's lucky if I may, hey, the underlying point is, that's why they unalived him. For one, because he did have a lawsuit. You understand? And so now, say his rib was was an Edomite. She was a heathen, but she's been the only one that I've seen online, pushing that, hey, my husband was unalive. You feel me?
Right.
That my husband, had a lawsuit and that they unalive my husband. You understand? And so that's what I'm saying, man. Like keeping stuff like that under wraps, even though it has got, some publicity or whatnot, I don't feel like it's got the due that what I'm saying, it's due. Because police brutality is something that's too prevalent and too accepted in our societies, man. Even with the sister that got killed in what was that in Birmingham, man? The autistic sister, Adriana Ross, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too much, man. It's too
Right.
much. It's too much going on, man. And I'm glad we have this podcast so they can hear our perspective about it, and even more. Let's hear about it because
Yes.
there's too much of this stuff just not going about, not being heard at all, man. Ever since I was a child, man, it's always been unalive. It's way before the internet. You know what I'm saying? Brothers getting
Right.
shot in the back of the head by police or whatnot. How do you get shot in the back of the head fleeing? You know what I'm saying? How was you a threat going the other way? You know what I'm saying? If I run, should that cost me my life? You know what I'm saying? This is cops and robbers. You're supposed to catch me. Just because you don't want to catch me, you want to lie to me? Come on now. It's a lot here.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot. It's Officer Not to Show you muted.
So like, yeah, you can go and read a little more of that story.
Okay,
And we're gonna close it on out.
It says the current lawsuit is focused on Richardson's prior arrest by Sheffield police and does not focus on wrongful death claims in the wake of his death. At the same time, attorneys representing the family are asking to amend the lawsuit to add claims that Richardson was maliciously prosecuted, not given adequate medical care, suffered undue emotional distress due to negligence, was held in a facility that did not meet state standards at the jail. Personnel were negligent due to allowing another inmate to steal his belongings.
Yeah, that's
A
something we're
lot.
gonna have to. It's like, go ahead, Alvin.
Man, look, man. These jail cells and these
Come on.
prisons, in Alabama, man, are third world at best. You understand?
Right.
Like, man, let me tell you, man. That was an understatement, man, because like these prisons, man, like half the time they don't have anybody, what I'm saying, inside the dorms. If they
Right.
do have anybody inside the dorms, they may be asleep. You understand? It's all types of extortion going on, stealing, rape is still prevalent. You understand? It's all types of stuff, drug use, all this stuff. They have their own, world within a world, man. And
Right.
so what he was saying about what happened to him in there, it's not something that's like, that's unknown. It was a
Right.
whole documentary about this stuff. You understand? I
That's
just
right.
wanted to say that.
No, come 100%. That's what I was gonna say. You took words right out of me, man. Like they have a whole HBO show about the Alabama solution, showing you that there's been, like the other one said, it's a third world country at best. They understaffed, they undermanned, they don't have enough resources to house the men that's in these jail cells, to house the men that's in these jail systems, and they're having to do a lot of the fighting themselves inside the prisons, man. And they're not getting enough light on that show, man. They're not getting enough light of what's happening in Limestone Correctional Facility, what's happening inside all these state penitentiaries in Alabama, man. So that's one reason why I actually brought out the One West perspective. And one of the things that we're gonna be diving into is how are we being treated in these prisons, man. We got to bring light to that, man. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right. And right. And if I could, you got to understand who the devil is for sure, because our governor received about $1 billion from this
right,
from the president, right?
right,
And instead of fixing these prisons that hold mainly blacks and Hispanics, this she devil,
Right.
she's made a new state-of-the-art prison.
Right.
Now it would have been, if you give a damn about anybody, you would have fixed the prisons that you have first,
right,
right? and worked on some other kind of money to divert the prison system. But no, that's what she's making a bigger prison. I want to say it's the one of the biggest prisons in the southeast right now that she built. It's connected. It's like 3 prisons on one land. So all this, we got snap situation, this going on. The money is there. They don't give a damn about us. Right. And they gonna put us in them prisons, and Alabama is just terrible. You know what I'm saying? Eventually I.S.U.P.K. Alabama will be going into these prisons. We work on cabins of car now about how to go into these prisons and become chaplains in these prisons, because these brothers need to hear this truth.
Damn right.
That's gonna be another division that we're gonna have in Alabama coming up very soon, to where we're gonna have to go and get our brothers and sisters, because a lot of black women are in prison. That's coming out with nothing to look forward to.
Damn right.
And we're gonna have to be that safe haven, because it's very bad in there. You don't go in jail. You don't go in jail in Alabama and come out better at all.
At all.
You come out more savage and worse than what you were, and they set it up where you end up going right back in there.
Right.
So
So,
yeah.
like, so if I may, my cousin, he's in the prison in Alabama. You understand? I had a lot of people that I know cycle through that system, and he's coming out with one less leg than he came in with. I've seen brothers go in there and come out with an eye missing. One of my cousins came out in a wheelchair and cross-eyed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing all types of stuff in these prisons, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, it's not because of the warfare that they've been inside these prisons, man. It's because they don't give you any care inside those prisons, man.
Right.
I seen an old man, like when I was working for the state, man. This old man, I seen this old man, mouth full of gold. You know what I'm saying? He was cool, laid back old man, man. I think he was from Mobile or somewhere down that way, man. I seen this old man break down in tears because you know what? His bones was hurting. This man had to break down in tears and just lock up on the bed before anybody will come even see about him. You understand? Like, if you got people inside the prison system, man, understand this, man. I got a cousin, man. He calls me all the time, man. It gets annoying sometimes, but trust me, they need you.
Damn
I
right.
promise you, they need you. If it ain't just nothing but just to hear your voice, they need you. Now, are they gonna ask for money? Man, they don't understand how it is out here right now because they've been in there for a while. And if you don't have it, I get it. But at the same time, just to hear some civilization sometimes will help them brothers out, man. In UAB, they getting all the prisoners' bodies, all the cadavers and whatnot. There's a lot of organ harvesting going on inside these prisons too, man. Believe that. That ain't no conspiracy. They taking them bodies when the prisoners die and harvesting their organs. You understand? So prison in Alabama is a business, a
Damn
billion-dollar business. You
Damn
better
right.
know that.
Damn
So
right.
Doc,
Damn right.
Damn right, for sure.
Yeah, man. Is there anything else left on that story?
Let's see. It's basically let me get right here. It says the lawsuit also claims that Richardson. Well, matter of fact, let me get this part right here. It said Richardson originally filed the case February 2024. The lawsuit originally said that Richardson was subjected to unconstitutional arrest and violence at the hands of the Sheffield Police Department officer while in lobby of Sheffield Municipal Court and in jail of the city of Sheffield from November 30th to December 1st. The lawsuit also claims that Richardson was attacked by police while in jail and attempting to phone for medical attention in January of 2024. That lawsuit. That was it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, them police officers, them COs is definitely a gang unit, and they are definitely against your prison. They're definitely against the inmates. You know what I'm saying? But
right. And
go ahead, Alan.
it's like, if I may, I know we finna wrap it up, man. But I just want to say something about what you were just saying, man. Look, don't get it twisted. Them COs are cops. So if you got a lawsuit on the police and you go to jail, hey, expect to have a rough ride. You understand me? I'm talking about a rough ride. You know, because they not above, you know what I'm saying, doing all different types of things to you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So hey, I'm trying to tell you, man, you gotta have somebody out here, man, that cares about you. You know what? I know that all my brothers inside the I.S.U.P.K, you know, if we ever have to go inside that prison, they gonna have to answer for anything that goes on with us. Because we
Damn
gonna
right.
Right.
take care of each other in here. And so
Damn
I
right.
implore, you know what I'm saying, I urge all you other brothers out there, man, look, man, you ain't even gotta be doing nothing, man, illegal. Look, you don't know what can happen that you may end up inside the cell, man. You need to be attached to something righteous, man. You know what I'm saying? You need to be attached to something righteous, man. Because at the end of the day, we are better than what's that lawyer, the Crump dude and Jesse Jackson. Man,
Right.
look,
Right.
we better than all them. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get down for you for real. You
That's right.
understand? We ain't worried about no politics or no jazz like that. The only thing we care about is you, brother. You understand? So we're gonna make sure you straight. So you need to get attached to this right here because this is real. It's like
Damn right. Damn right. Most High in Christ. Damn right. Slaggy, if I could, man, y'all got anything else y'all want to bring out? Officer Gun, you got anything you want to bring out?
No, I think we hit everything on the head, man. Looking forward to this podcast. It was a great idea. We're gonna rock it out. We're gonna bring out stories, and we're gonna actually be bringing back, results in this. I hope people tapping in, understand what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be, not just talking about it. We're gonna come back and say what we did about it.
Damn right.
Yeah, right.
Oh
Damn
yeah.
right. Awesome, Kyle. You got anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
oh no, man. You know, don't have to say, man. Look, it was a good idea, man. I was not sure, man. You getting this podcast together, man. Uh, it's a good thing. You know, just keep it up. You know what I'm saying? We rocking. We all rocking together on this. You know, it's a lot.
Come. Damn right, sir. Officer Zalma.
Just like the men above me just stated, you know what I'm saying? It's a great idea. And we'll keep rocking it out. And y'all, we got brotherhood right here in I.S.U.P.K. So, we're gonna ride with you on this.
Damn right, man. We're definitely gonna get to it, man. Listen, man. This is the One West perspective, man. I'm Officer 500, not the shot, man. I'm the water for all of y'all watching and checking in with us. If y'all have any questions, like we talked about in this podcast today, man. If you ever need any brothers in the school, call this number at the bottom of the screen, man. Call that number at the bottom of the screen. Reach out to us. Get with us, man. You know what I mean? We're here to help our people, man. We're here for our people, man.
Right.
With that, shalom.
Commanding General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action, that you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that. And it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's going to all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that.